Hi there, I'm Todd Beardsley of the CVE project, and I'm here to do a little video demonstration of how to use Vulnogram, which talks to the CVE Services API. And if you are a CVE numbering authority or CNA, then you may have heard of this, but it is a little bit scary to use. And I'm here to walk you through what I do with Vulnogram when I want to write reserve and write and publish CVEs all together. And so first part will be the reservation. So let's do some screen sharing. I'm already over in Vulnogram, but I'm not logged in yet, so I'm going to do that first. Here we are. When you go to Vulnogram, this is the URL you head to. You'll see this. This is the editor. We don't want that yet. What we want is a CVE portal. In here, it's auto-filled already with my CNA short name because I have logged in the past. And then I'm just going to use the old automatic password filler and log in, and it'll be great. There we go. So now you can see for this year, I already have 2 reserved here, but I want 3 more. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I can either do 1 at a time, reserve 1 CVE and hit that button 3 times, or I can reserve a bunch. I don't need 5, I only need 3. So I'm just going to hit that button 3 times. Reserve, reserve, reserve. Boom. Couldn't be easier. So now I have brand new as of this moment on March 9th, CVE 2023, 1304, 1305, and 1306. What we're going to do right now is update 2 other CVEs that I've already reserved. Actually, I didn't reserve them. Matthew Kenow did here at Rapid 7. So let's just jump into that, shall we? So this is a vulnerability disclosure we published back in February, and we just updated right now on March 16th with some exciting news that we have new patches. When we disclosed these, we didn't get any response from the vendor, which is unusual these days, I guess. And go away, robot. But here it is. Here's the whole thing. And we got notification that a couple of the vendors have patched. So I've already updated the advisory, as you can see. But let's go ahead and update the CVEs as well, shall we? So the first one is going to be the CVE 2022 47412. How do we do that? I'm glad you asked. It couldn't be easier. Actually, the easiest way to do it is, once again, we're over in Vulnogram. I'm already logged in, so I will just zip over to 2022, and we'll have our published list here. And which one was it? It was 412. So let's go ahead and get that. All you got to do, click on the thing, boom, populate it in the editor. It's great, and it's just so wonderful. So all we need to do, I'm going to just do the very simple thing here of updating with a reference. So here's our advisory. It was the only reference, but let's add another one, okay? And what is the reference? Well, it's this thing right here. We'll open that up. And this is their release note for 733. It does something wonderful here in that it talks about it right here. See? So now we have a public reference. So let's go ahead and add that. It will be right. Yes, I know it's a valid URL. Stop. It's a valid URL. I know. Don't hold your horses. And this is a vendor advisory. Oh, nope. It's a release note. There we go. So there we go. We have the link to the changelog. It's a release note. That's wonderful. That's all we need to do to change here. I'm not going to change anything else because why would I? And then all I got to do is post to cve.org, post, and it has been successfully updated. Now it says the submission should appear in 15 minutes. I don't know if that's actually true. It should appear pretty much immediately. And there it is. There's my reference, and it's live, as you can see, on cve.org. So let's go ahead and publish one, because I'm ready to publish one right now. So let me share my screen here. Thank you. And that, this is the thing. All right, I'm on my list of reserved CVE IDs there, kind of more than when I last published because we just reserved a bunch of new ones. But we're going to update 0681. So we just click on it. It's reserved, but there's nothing in there, right? So what we need to do is go through and add the things. And so I'm just going to do that by flipping back and forth between my notes and Vulnogram. So this should be pretty straightforward. Here are all my notes, all the things I actually care about. And so title, as you may recall, is not required, but recommended because it looks silly if you don't have it. We're going to put the publish date as today. So that's 3/20/2023. This just got published just now, so we'll just call it noon, no PM, because that's how clocks work. And what did we say this was? This was 601. So CWE 601. It's a redirect to an untrusted site. This is the thing. This is a vulnerability where like an attacker can say like, oh, go to my website by going to this other website. The vendor is Rapid7. The product name is Nexpose. Not doing that, not doing that, none of that, none of that, none of that, none of that. We're going to say the version affected is 66178. Yeah, so 66178. Well, we'll say 0. And then less than and equals, well, we'll say less than 178. Let's just double check our release notes. Let's see if this is actually right. A lot of writing CVEs is double checking the thing. Okay, so this was fixed in 179, right? So it's less than 179. We'll just do it that way. And Rapid7, we're real good about using semantic versioning, so that's semver. And then we throw this thing out because I kind of don't like the Mad Lib style. And so we'll say, bam, and copy that. Copy this over here. Whoops. Why did you want to be bold? I don't want to be bold. Control Shift V. So Rapid7 inside version 16 and lower suffers from an open redirect vulnerability. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then we'll just throw in here just for the humans. This issue was resolved in the February. I swear I can never spell February. Let me just, okay, sounds good. February 2023 release of version 66179. Oh, enter. References. That's this guy right here. This is a release note that actually talks about the CVE. It's right here. So we have our references of that. We're going to tag this as a release note. Bonk, release note. I don't have the discover in these notes. That is important. I have the discover in another set of notes. Here he is. This fellow person there, the finder. And that sounds great. So it looks like we have everything. So I've got my credits. Read these backwards now just to make sure we have my silly CVSS score. Yeah, open redirect is a medium-based vulnerability, I guess, whatever. We have my reference, we've got my description, we've got my version. It is less than version 179, which is great, so we'll call it 179. You know what? This, I never know. Like, up to you, however you want to do it. But let's call it 178. Because, like, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there's some downstream ingester of these things that maybe doesn't know that I'm saying the fixed version in this version statement. Maybe they just assume, like, if you're going to assume one or the other, you would assume, oh, these are the vulnerable versions. Like if you're just scanning it either with your eyeballs or with a computer that doesn't know the difference between less than and less than and equals. So, okay, so we're going to call it 6178. I got my vendor, my product. I don't care about any of this other stuff. I got my 601, and I got my title, and I got my number. All right, cool. So we're all good to go. And so let's go ahead and publish this bad boy, shall we? Post CVE. Bam! Published. Once again, no no "Are you sure" button. But we'll open that link. And there it is in all its glory. Wonderful. We got the nice little credit here. We have this 03668. We've got Rapid7. We are the assigner, all that jazz. So, hey, looks great. We did it. We published a CVE. Isn't that wonderful? As you can see, couldn't be easier. Well, could be easier, but pretty easy still. Yeah, that should be it. If we need more, don't worry, I'll come back and make more videos. So thank you for watching, and good luck with you.